Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got another witchcraft video for you, and this time I'm going to be showing you how I create sigils. Now there are hundreds of ways to make sigils. This is just the way I do it, and you'll probably find that you'll make your own way as you try it out as well. So what exactly are sigils? Well, sigils are a type of magic which involves a symbol of some sort that's used as a focus for your intentions and energies. It's kind of like, say you wanted to protect something, you might draw a pentagram on it. It's sort of the same deal. It's a really easy form of magic. It's also very readily available. All you need is maybe some paper and a pen, something like that, and you can create sigils. And because of that, it's a really great thing for beginner witches. I find it to be a rather simple form of magic. It does take a little bit of practice to get used to drawing these symbols, but once you get there, it's pretty straightforward. Now these sigils can be put onto items, like protecting something with a pentagram. They can also be used in your spell work. If you're doing a ritual or spell, you can have a piece of paper or something with the symbol or sigil on it as a focus or a spell component. You can do things like, I tend to draw a lot of my sigils on my windows in my bedroom. I find that's a really good place for me to put them. That seems to work effectively. And you can also turn them into good luck charms or jewelry. So I actually decided to make this video because I have recently released some pewter jewelry in my Etsy shop. And one of them is actually a sigil. So this piece here, I'll show you actually my notes on how I made it. And I made it a long time ago. But it's a sigil that means I am powerful. And I like to think of it as my tiger's eye of sigils that I've made. It's a really good one for things like self-confidence and courage. So to do that, we're going to have to go through my book of mirrors. My book of mirrors is essentially my field journal. I leave my book of shadows for things that are well worked out, and this is sort of like my working. So this particular symbol is actually down the bottom of this page. I sadly didn't put the year on this, but I'd say it's probably about 2017. And there it is down the bottom there, and how it looks cast in pewter. So today I thought I would go through step by step how I make my sigils, and I'll also show you a couple of examples of sigils that I'm very happy with and I still use today. So let's get started. Alrighty, so to start off with, we need a phrase. I tend to like phrases that start with I am. I think they're very resolute for this sort of thing. But you can use any phrase you want. It just needs to be a strong statement. Or you could even use something cliche. You could use something like one step at a time. Something like that would work as well. So I'm going to start with, maybe it's a phrase for those dark times you might have, and it's simply, I am loved. So essentially something that's like, I'm not alone. So even in your darkest moment, you're not alone, you're still loved. From this phrase, what I'll then do is take away any duplicate letters. In this case, we don't actually have any, which is a bad example, but so, for example, this line here would be no duplicate letters. Then the second thing I would do is to take away any vowels. So we have M, L, V, D. And now I will break down the letters into shapes. So the M is a line, a slash, another slash, a line. L is like this, V is two slashes, and D is a line and a curve. I will then order these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have one straight line. 2 of these, 2 of these, and 1 curve. And from there, I take these shapes and I turn them into a symbol. Now, this is where you need to get a little bit creative. I tend to just start with maybe a simple shape, so we can take off one of those and the line. We can add some of these. We can maybe do some shapes like this. We need one more line and a curve. And maybe... I picked a tricky one for myself. Maybe we can go something like... that. So that could be a valid sigil there. Let's try something different. Let's maybe go... I want to use that curve on something, but I'm not sure what. Let's maybe use 2 of those. Use the other diagonals. And then we've got a couple of lines, so maybe we can do something like this. It's tricky when there's only one curve. I struggle to work out what I want to do with it. And we can put a line in the center there. And maybe we go with a curve and a line. There's another valid sigil there. Could maybe do like an arrow shape. So we can go like that, like that. We can do maybe some disconnected ones. Or we can connect them. We can also do something like maybe something like that. There's another valid one there. So it sort of gives you the idea of how it works. So let's go through, just in case it wasn't very clear about the alphabet. So there's an A, so it's made up of 2 diagonal lines and a straight line. B is a straight line and 2 curves. C is just 1 curve. D, line and a curve. I also tend to stick with the orientation as well, but you don't have to. You can change this around if you want. E, F, G's a tricky one for me, but I like to do it as a curve, a line, and a line. So it's sort of more like that. G, H, line, 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 I. So I can be done many ways. You can do it as a single line, you can do it as multiple line. Because I don't actually use eyes, because I don't use valves in my sigils, this doesn't matter for me. So for example, I wouldn't use an E, I wouldn't use an A, and I wouldn't use the I. J is another weird one. From memory, I do it as a line, and I think I do a curve like this. Is how I usually do a J. But these aren't set in stone. You can muck around with these. You can change it every time you make a new sigil. That's completely up to you. J, K. So I draw my K's like this. So I do like this. L, M, N, O, P. I'm just gonna write this out. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Alright. So, L, M, N, O I do as 2 circles, 2 curves. P is a line and a curve. Q, same deal as the O. But also remember I don't use valves, so O wouldn't be used. R. S I do as, I think I do it as 2 lines like that, so it's sort of like that. T, U doesn't get used to me, but if it would be like that. Or just the first one. But I don't use that one. V, I think from memory I do W's as diagonals, but you could also do them as a straight line, 2 diagonals in a straight line. X is 2 diagonals, Y is 2 diagonals, Z is line, diagonal, and that's essentially my alphabet for sigils. So now let me show you some that I've done in the past. Let's have a look here. So you can see I have the I am powerful one. This is a good example because I've gone through a lot of iterations with this one. You can see the design has changed quite significantly. It also shows I think this one shows the deletion of multiple letters, maybe? Nope, it does not. But it shows you the process. The attract wildlife one does show you the deletion of the duplicate letters, which is a good example. And I surprisingly got that one pretty quick. You can also see that instead of using diagonals on the arrow, I used curves. Now this is a case of one where I've actually angled one of the lines, and it's one of the curves. I've angled it slightly to make sense for the design. Feel free to mess around with yours a bit. You don't need to be strict. You'll find you'll get to a point where the design just resonates with you. And here's a protection one. You can see there's a lot of circles in this one, so I've changed it around quite a fair bit and ended up coming situated on this. Now you don't have to do this in the lettering that I used. You could also use characters from other languages. That'll work the same principles there. So I hope that helps you learn how to write sigils. I might do one more example. Alright, well maybe for some of the baby witches, let's do I am a witch. Now this is more of like an affirmation. If you're not feeling very self-confident about it all. So, duplicate letters, so we don't need the A there, that can cross out. Anything else? There's another I, cross that one out. Otherwise I think we're good. Vowels, we can get rid of the I and the A, so we're left with M, W, T, C, H, which goes to this. I'm going to do my W with straights. I think that makes more sense to me. And order them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 2 diagonals, 2 diagonals, 2 lines, and a curve. Alright, so we've got a lot of lines, vertical lines, so I might do something with those. So we've got 7 of them. Okay. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is looking good. I don't know how to finish it. 5, 6, 7. And we can sort of hone in on this design a little bit. We can make it like a rectangle shape maybe. And really get in close there. Now this was a complete fluke, but it's actually starting to mimic another symbol that I know of. And one that I actually turned into a pendant. So this symbol here, I don't remember where it's from. It's sort of the shape of a 13 in Latin numerals. And it's essentially the same meaning. It's a symbol of a witch. I don't remember what book I found it in. I'll have to chase that up. I always forget which book it is. But That's a rather nice coincidence that it's sort of similar. So there you have it. That's how you create sigils. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found the video really helpful, and if you actually took this video and made sigils of your own, I would love to see them. So if you could please tag me on Instagram at StarKissVixen, I'd really appreciate to see what you've achieved with this video. It just makes my heart sing. And if you have any different ways of how you make sigils, let me know down in the comments below. It would be really great to hear all of your different experiences and techniques as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all next Friday. Bye!